Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to West of Loathing. So we are here at the Manifest Destiny... Oh, whoops. At the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. To get the lay of the land. Daddy, are we there yet? Please shut up, dear. This guy should never be put in charge of a switch. He's too busy playing with his watch to get any work done. Ask him where he got it. Say, that's a nice watch. Where'd you get it? I bought it from this gal what runs a store down south of here. Name of Button Willow McSomething. Oh yeah, I know that store. Yep, real nice store. Real nice watch. Goes back to fiddling with his watch. Leave him to it. Cactus spear. She's not getting much track laid, but she's an expert whistler. The old Cleveland steamer. Yep, the good old steaming Leviathan. You approach the beleaguered-looking man with the tiny glasses. Out of there. Who's in charge of this outfit? If I'm being charitable, I'd say that the fellow over there in the white hat is the foreman. He points to at the man next to the huge pile of rocks. And if you're not... He smiles. Then I'd say that paperback idiot over there in the absurd white hat is the fellow you're looking for. Alrighty, thanks. Hi, are you in charge? I was wondering if there's anything I could do to help. You want to know something? I love trains. Oh? Ever since I was a little boy, huge, magnificent, roaring iron beasts. They were magical to me, like dragons. When the opportunity arose to take on management of this rail line, I jumped on it like a shot. And you know what I learned? What's that? Organizing and building and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain in the ass you will ever imagine. You want to help? Congratulations, you're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. Swell. Seriously? Dang it, you got a perk. Mostly scabs. You've been poked by so many cactuses that your body has built up an entire extra set of skin capillaries just to deal with the constant tiny puncture wounds. Plus 5 maximum HP. Angry. Ooh, if your anger level gets higher than 2, you'll pass out from rage. Cactus drunk. I guess I'm the boss now? The man looks you up and down. Well now, I suppose you can't be any worse than that last clown. He extends his hand. Name's Smee. I'm your assistant. What's the situation? Well, I'm sure you didn't miss seeing this giant pile of rocks blocking our path. The surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain pass, so we can't reroute around it even if we had the months it'd take. Any ideas? Well, by my calculations, we could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. The problem is, it'll take a lot of dynamite. A whole year's worth, I figure. We used to keep that much on hand for emergencies, just such as this one, but a pack of goblins stole it all. Sneaky little varmints. Alright, I'll get it back for you. Glad to hear it. The goblins are holed up over in Gustavsen Gulch. It's a real rough place. You might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way. Especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. You discover a new map location, Gustavsen Gulch. We don't need that specific dynamite, though. Any you can lay your hands on to be fine, as long as there's enough of it. I'll look into it. You'd think they'd surveyed the route and had a plan for this already. I get the feeling this operation runs more on enthusiasm than foresight. Well, if we want to get any further west, I guess we're stuck with them. Find a flyer for a dynamite store up north. It's charred around the edges like it got blown here by an explosion. Mark the address down yet. You discovered a new map location. Dynamite Dan's Discount Dynamite Dare House. Keep going where you were going. Bull Ridge Mine. There's a row of lockers here. Must have been used for storing the personal effects of the fellers who used to work this mine. The first one is labeled Ellsbury, WM. It doesn't have a lock. The label on the second one is covered in some kind of white goo. The third one is labeled Loose Ben and has a combination lock on it. First locker. Locker contains one of those mining helmets with a lamp on it and a bottle of laudanum. Open the second locker. You open the door to reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. Ah, you get it. This guy must have died after his co-workers played a prank on him. They stuffed him into his locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I can't believe you dang jerk stuffed me into my locker and then filled it with shaving cream. I died from that, yells the skeleton, confirming both your insight and his vengeful, murderous intent. Get ready for a fight. Thank you, Beans. Hell yeah. Well, at least he's not suffering anymore, and his bones are really clean. Open the third locker. Combination lock on here and you don't know the combo. Well darn. Heart was abandoned in a hurry. Unrefined meat member. It's an exposed meat vein. Whoa, this just opens into a 30-foot shaft. I rope is across me. There's dark down there. These stones have little triangles painted on them. And they're in a triangle. Very triangle. I don't like this spiral at all. An exposed meat vein, throbbing and pulsing. Warm. Okay. Heart looks like it's only partially real, anyway. Black fluid oozes from the vein as scabrous mass sits below it on the floor. Take me through it. You don't like this. Slit runs the length of the meat. Goes in further than you expected. Keep going. You're in up to the shoulder when you feel it. Beating heart. Rip it out. You don't like this spiral at all. I want to stop looking at this spiral right now. This part is frighteningly normal. Oof, looks like this guy should have picked better friends. Big pick. Oh, the stupid walks. Oh. In effect, attack hard. Graham takes a weird turn somewhere and you find yourself completely surrounded by old dead trees. Where are you? Gray mist closes in on you as Graham marches confidently forward through the gnarled ancient forest. You shudder. Graham stops. Through the fog ahead you see a shape. You dismount to investigate and it reveals itself to be the shape of a pedestal, topped with the shape of a book. Take the book. Chill runs down your spine as you touch the book. You got an item. Introductory next. Nice. It seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Yes. Okay, it's your funeral. Whatever, Grandma. You cannot see the words of the pages, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stained with grim secrets. You got a skill. Brennan's skull. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. Spooky. Skulls are scary and ghosts are scary, so you know what would be double scary? Yes, you do. A year's supply of dynamite. Dynamite, 1 year, essential on this crate in an official looking typeface. Past an abandoned campsite, and an old crate catches your eye. On closer inspection, you find it's nailed shut. Maybe the campers used it to sit on and then forgot to take it with them? Their loss is your gain if you have a crowbar to pry it open with. Open it up. Crack open that walnut and help yourself to delicious nut meats inside. You got ranch dressing, handful of nails, nerve pills, and surgical gin. In a manner of speaking. The old mission. Alice glances up at the bell towers of the mission. Now, I'll just stay out here if it's all the same to you. I'm a woman of science, and I've got all the religion I need right here in this flask. Fair enough. Phew. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. You're not a priest, so you shouldn't mess with any of this stuff. Pew 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 pew. Sorry, the catacombs are off limits. Aw, but I've always wanted to see a catacombs. Not without Sister Mary's permission. Which, she's the only other nun here. It's an empty relic case with a spot for skull, Elvis, finger bone. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What's wrong, sister? They came back! They just came back and took them. I couldn't stop them. Ooh, slow down, okay? What happened? Our holy relics. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. Wow. I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. The cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? Start with, take a deep breath and try to calm down, okay? What's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Doc. Now, what's this about saints? Our mission is to protect 3 sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's my specific job to look after them. Wait, they call you Memento She shows you the ruler she keeps tucked in her sleeve. No, they do not. Okay, sorry. So what happened? The saints, oh, it's too horrible. They came to life somehow. They came up out of the catacombs all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. They took back their relics? Yes, and if they aren't recovered before the cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Uh-oh. How much time is there? Well, actually, he's months overdue, so it's probably not all that urgent. But still. Alright, I'll get them back for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a second. Are you going to have to fight them to get the relics back? Because that's probably blasphemous too. I mean, probably. But if black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out? Oh dear. The cardinal is going to want to have a very long talk about this. So go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Okay. Alright, hold on. I need a break. My throat's getting a little dry from talking so much. Good luck down there. The submission catacombs. The coffin looks like it was hauled down here fairly recently. Inside, it's empty. Curious. Carelessly balanced pyramid of skulls. They're all riled up and twitching. Kick it over. Are you sure? There's a lot of them, and they're really mad. Maybe angering all of them at once isn't a great idea. Kick them. Oh no. Oh no. Defeat. You got your ass kicked all the way up the stairs. Getting in fact angry. Dang. This skull has a gold tooth. Take it. The skull is twitching in an unnerving way, though I guess there's no way it could be twitching that wouldn't be unnerving. Stop it. Got to jump on him. Really cracked some skulls there. Well, one skull. You claim its only possession as a reward. Let's try it again. Yeah. I got this. Ah, even 5 heads aren't better than this one. The skull is sitting at a weird angle. I guess that's notable for some reason. Under it, the skull was resting on top of a commemorative spoon. Your treasure hunting senses are finely honed, though not very discriminating. Got an item, souvenir spoon. The skull is whispering at you. That doesn't seem right. Listen closely. The skull is whispering. It just sounds like gibberish. A really creepy gibberish. An empty alcove. There's a little serial number written below it. Oh hey, this is where that skull you found goes. There we go, safe and sound. This pile of skulls has been cemented together. For some reason. Pick it apart. At the center of the pile, you want a skull? It's shiny black stone. It's making more noise than stones usually do. Got an item. Creepy whispering stone. His bones are jiggling and rattling in an agitated way. Alrighty then. Victory! You won. That's what you get, you dumb old skeleton. This pile of skulls is strictly decorative. This way to the Paseo del Santo. It's a plaque. Here lies Saint Ephus. After he died, his body kept trying to rise to heaven, but it was so heavy it just kind of flopped around a bunch. They had to inter him in a big stone sarcophagus to put a stop to it. Geez, they really knew how to build heavy stone sarcophaguses back in the day. Open it. You grunt and strain to force the heavy stone sarcophagus lid open. There's a skeleton inside. Holy crap, his bones are huge. Fortunately, he appears to be asleep. Wake him up. Fight. Ooh. Oh boy. Victory. The bigger they are, the harder they excommunicate. You got an item, St. Beef's finger and St. Beef's thigh. Alice surveys the scene and jots some notes down in her little notebook. Her eyes light up. Evidently, she's having an epiphany of some sort. Alice has become stronger. Way to go. The remains of some kind of... Oh, wait, what? Let me... Here lies Santa Cordata. She was drawn and quartered by heretics, and then the quarter that had her head on it was beheaded. I just remember it was so effective that nobody was able to get her body to stay together, even after she was just bones. Spooky. Just some trash. Clove, cherry butts, stubs of black eyeliner, pencils, that kind of thing. The necromancer's cultists a real litter bug. Strange though, how did they even get here? Investigate. Wait, what's this? Note? Yes, it's a note. Cryptic note about ley lines. It's a plaque. Here lies Saint Pope. He was excommunicated for impersonating a pope. But there was some kind of bureaucratic issue, so they weren't able to unbeatify him. Weird. I am a pope. Seriously. Saint Pope stands beatifically behind the dais. He just keeps doing his pope gestures, ignoring you. How could someone look so smug without even having a face? The longer you watch him, the more he gets on your nerves. Oh, okay, all my stuff's over 10. Insult him. To unleash a torrent of insults that would make a sailor blush, and a sailor's mother ashamed of a sailor. Saint Pope's eyes narrow. Looks like you finally managed to make him mad enough to fight. Fight him then. Oh no. Hell yeah. Bonesaw. Alice will instantly destroy a skeleton. Hell yeah. Victory. Put an end to Saint Pope's heresy once and for all. Pope's pelvis and a fake Pope hat. This saint appears to be resting in pieces. Reassemble it. Okay, you're pretty sure you've got the bones assembled correctly. Fight them. Nope, at the very last minute, the bones fly apart. Seems like all you accomplished was making them angry. Rats. Oh no. Oh, crap. Hell yeah, Alice. Victory. Well done. Now Santa Cordata is in pieces so small they can't do any harm. Alice has become stronger. Rings. This rock is really whispering up a storm. It's in some weird dialect you can barely understand, though. Wait, no, it's just a thick accent is all. Listen more closely. Alice cocks an eyebrow. Are you sure you want to listen to this thing? Yes. You listen carefully to the stone. Over the course of a few minutes, its whispers resolve into comprehensible English. The stuff the stone is whispering turns out to be pretty boring. It's mostly just trivia about the geology of Tennessee. Meaningless to you, unless you're planning a spelunking trip soon. Oh well, at least you can understand the accent now. You got a perk. Appalachian Skull Whispering. Now I got a fake Pope hat. Yay. St. Beefus's thigh. St. Beefus's legs were so big he had to sit in 2 chairs at a time. Thank you for trying to recover our relics. Please be careful. I saw an empty coffin just inside the catacomb door. Oh, don't worry about that. We're just storing that for an escape artist. Escape artist? Yeah, he was taking his act on the road, but needed to lighten his luggage. So he gave us a generous donation in exchange for storing it for him. Huh, okay. Return the finger bone of St. Beefus. Return the weirdly huge finger bone to his reliquary. Sister Mary looks delighted. Return the pelvis. Pop Pope Pelvis back on his Pope Pelvis plinth. Sister Mary is pleased as punch. It's an empty relic piece. Return the skull. You lock the skull back in its little glass prison. It seems annoyed, but Sister Mary thanks you effusively. You recovered all the relics. Oh, praise be. Thank you. I'm glad to have helped, sister. I must reward you for your efforts, though. We don't have much, but can I give you this old censer? You don't use it anymore because Sister Penelope is allergic to the incest. You got an item for censer. Okay, I get it. It's a brass censer, but it's censoring ass. Tuna cactus. The Temkin gang. Catch sight of the towers and roll miss you rescue nestled among the pines. Keep going where you're going. Temkin gang's hideout. What's up, Doc? We're getting near Fort Alldead. I've heard there's serious necromantic activity there. We should take a look. Sounds pretty sinister. What is it? Well, pretty much just what it sounds like. It's an old army fort where all the soldiers died. Except rumors are still walking around in there. Did they name it Fort Alldead before they all died? No, originally it was called Fort Just Fine. A bar. No entry. Real jail. Guy shouts, visiting hours are over, and runs over to stop. No entry. Non-fake horse sales. Guy shouts, the hostler's on vacation right now. Place is condemned. It's not safe to go in there. Genuine TNT and sandwiches. Town hall for an actual town. Don't go in there. The house is haunted. Runs over to stop you. The bandit looks distraught. What's the matter, buddy? I lost my belt buckle. Did you look near the bar? Oh, good idea. I'll look there. Did you look near the jail? Duck into the outhouse to plan your next move. While you're pondering, you notice something weird. This outhouse has a door. Leave through the back door. The Potemkin gang's hideout. Backside. Yes! This doesn't seem safe at all. This is the back of the jail. Turns out it's just flat plywood like a theatrical set. The ropes that are holding this thing up don't look very strong. You can knock it over pretty easy, but you should probably hold off at just the right moment. Alright, they're in front of the jail. Let's try the sandwich shop. Hmm. Okay, let me try switching them up. Ah, okay, there we go. Got the ropes. Crash, the fake building falls over on the real bandits. Gang is knocked out. You can arrest them now if you want. Take them to jail. Say, that's Temkin gang. How'd you get them? Pushed a jail over on them. What? Never mind. All in a day's work. Fifth wanted poster. Wanted, the Gherkin brothers, for kidnapping, grinding, kidnapping victims, and attempted sale of human flesh for consumption. Last seen headed for the old abandoned pickle factory. Interesting. Can't let these dastardly criminals escape justice. It wouldn't be kosher. Would you like to go investigate? Yes. Mark the old pickle factory on your map. Hopefully chasing them down won't get you into a real, you know. What is up with horse knees? Just barely make out the entrance to a nearby mine. Hitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but when you see someone wearing dark cultist robes, it seems like a pretty safe bet that there's some sort of cultist. Another clue is the fact that he or she is trying to teach a skeleton how to tap dance. At least that's what it looks like from here. Item. Victory. Beat the heck out of that cultist. Fortunately for him, there's a handy supply of unbroken bones available. Unfortunately for him, you've yoinked his bones manual, or whatever this is. Fundamentals of Nex-Mex. Yes. Alice's glare threatened to burn a hole straight through you. Better not be thinking of doing what it looks like you're thinking of doing. Relax, Alice. I can handle it. Fight fire. fire, right? If I think for even a second that you're turning into another necromancer, I'll be fighting fire with lead. It's cool, don't worry. Alright. The mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does. Explain it to Alice. Hey Alice, what? I just wanted to tell you about this mining stuff. Okay. So this first machine here, this is an automatic heat separator. Alice stares at you blankly. Move on to the next machine. And this thing over here, this thing is used to extract red backfill. And then press it. Alice sighs. Keep going. And this third machine, this is crystalline rubber borer. It converts slag into seismic jackrock. You got a perk, Mine Splainer. Alice rolls her eyes. Are you finished? Yes. Coffee cactus. Pile of loose boards. You can see a snake coiled up in a little hole. Pull it out and punch it. Cart is overflowing with rubble. Dig through it. Mind-splaining bonus. There's a smoking snake in this smoking hole. Pull it out. You really smoked that snake. I mean, you didn't smoke it like you'd smoke a cheroot. You just smoked it figuratively. Cache mining supplies. Dynamite, sulfur match, can of oil. This den is full of snake eggs. Pull them out. Nice work dispatching the snakes. Somebody left their pick here. Pick it up. Let's go to Fort All Dead. Find an abandoned crate with Fort All Dead stenciled on the side. Maybe the shippers decided it wasn't worth the effort. Considering... Open it up. You probably let off the crate and help yourself to the contents. Can't let taxpayer funded material go to waste after all. Let's get back on the trail, soldier. Weird. I hear soldiering type noises, but no actual voices. Maybe they took a vow of silence. If you're hoping for warrior monks, this is the wrong genre entirely. Darn. Holy goddamn. Yeah, this is a little intense. We have to do something about this immediately. Any ideas? Well, only way I can think of to get rid of all these things all at once would be to poison them somehow. It isn't very doctorly. What, you never heard of vaccination? Look, would you rather fight an army of skeletons all at once or find a way to slip something into their food supply nice and quiet like? Discover new... You see a cave entrance just northeast of the fort. Looking at it somehow makes your ears, weird. Climb down the front watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. Doesn't seem to notice you. Excuse me. No force in the universe that can get the tarp off of this crate. Crates are just decorative. trash can smells horrible. Dig through it. No way, not without some stench resistance. Oh, I have something for that. Oh good, a disgusting old hat. This mass grave is absolutely teeming with those skeletal riflemen. They don't seem to be interested in getting you. You could definitely jump in there if you were itching for a fight. There's one wandering in the end of the pit nearest you. Hop in! Somebody left their knapsack behind. Dig the knapsack, find a mostly burned scroll. There's also an evil-looking leather-bound tome. The last thing's a little diary, but you decide to leave in there in case the owner comes back looking for it. It seems to have been written by one of the necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here, on the theory that the best undead army would be a literal undead army. The hitch in the plan came when they raised the officers, who decided they weren't going to take orders from a bunch of weirdo civilians. The last entry suggests the author and his cohorts were planning on abandoning their station and reporting back to the necromancer, but the entry ends abruptly in the middle of a sentence. Fascinating. These toilets are all very clean. Flush this one. Skeleton spore. Wait, the flush hand. There was a little model of the region on it. Giant map of the region. Fort all dead. Kitchen. Shelves laden with the skeleton army's food supply. Examine it. You pick up a box at random and read the label. Candied hair. Nasty. Fresh termites. Foul. Smoked fish eyes a la mode. Repulsive. Roasted dandruff. Mushy slugs. Stewed skunk kidneys. Dried blood. Pickled hair. Dehydrated bat wings. Smoked crickets. Stewed dirt and soda. Candy crickets. Pressed dandruff. Dehydrated eyeballs. Desiccated tongues. Roasted glands in water. Salted mold. Jellied blood in soda. Candied termites. Sugared eyeballs. Creamed bat wings. Grilled ants. Crushed grubs. Candied chalk. Grilled ants and mustard. Crushed grubs. Oh, we're just repeating things now. Taint the food supply with waste. Sprinkle the waste all over the food. If this works, by tomorrow they should all be no more. The abandoned pickle factory. You smell it before you see it. A skeleton trudging toward you, covered with mud and muck and smelling like garbage juice. It must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby. If the skeleton smells this bad, the bog must be unimaginable. So it makes sense that even a skeleton would want to get away from there. Fight it. A skeleton. You won. Now to wash every part of you that came even near that thing. Feel a sudden electrical jolt as your hand touches the doorknob. Ouch. Oh no, you're late for your shift. Mrs. Vlass is gonna be so mad. She might literally bite your head off. Okay, well, not literally, probably. Quick, get suited up. Clock in and hurriedly pull on your bright green coveralls. Mrs. Vlass, as predicted, is furious. Late again. You'd better stop taking this job for granted. You think you're gonna find a place with a nice dormitory and a reasonably priced company store like ours somewhere else? With your skills? Ah! You're doing 3 shifts today, Buster. Get to work. You're on pickle hopper duty. Start your shift. Pickle hopper duty runs you ragged, like always. Keeping the hoppers filled to keep a constant flow down the chutes means you're constantly at a near sprint because you have to manage the cube shunts. Keep the levels equal. If you get uneven pickle levels, Mrs. Blast knows. Nobody knows how she knows, but she knows. A whack from her cane is the minimum you'll get. Damn it, damn it, damn it. At the end of the first 6-hour shift, you get a brief break. Cram a stale cheese sandwich into your mouth while Mrs. Blast glares at her pocket watch, counting down 3 minutes to the second. Break's over. Second shift. You, get over to the salt tank. Now! Oh, God. Managing the salt tank isn't as strenuous as the pickle hoppers, but it's still a never-ending tension. The brine concentration has to be constantly monitored and kept at a very specific measurement, which means constant adjustments. Meanwhile, you can feel yourself desiccating from the haze of salt dust that fills the room. If anything in this place kills you, it's probably going to be salt tank dusty duty. White lung is nasty business. Cough on your own time. Get that salinity back to normal. It's supposed to be 976 parts per thousand. How hard is it to remember? 976! Idiot. Please let me out of here. You get another 180-second break before third shift. You spend most of it drinking water. The company doesn't charge for water, but you've heard a rumor they're considering it. Hey, Dog Nozzle. Business is going well. We are at an abandoned pickle factory, and we are apparently having some dream/hallucination about working in this factory. Break's over. Get to the boiler. Oh no, please let me out, please. Boiler duty means shoveling coal into a furnace that runs a giant tank of boiling vinegar. It stings in here. You've tried to work with your eyes closed, but Mrs. Blast screams if you drop any coal on the floor, or if you let the temperature get too low, or too high, or just for no particular reason. At least you're used to the smell of boiling vinegar. In fact, you can't smell anything anymore. Let me out, please. Let me out. 190 degrees, idiot. Not 189, not 191. What do you think we pay you for? You don't really miss your sense of smell. We're not coughing all the time. You don't really want anything anymore. Except to die. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. With a gasp, you finally snap out of the horrible hallucination, or possession, or whatever the hell that was. Jeez, you can still feel the sting of vinegar vapor in your eyes. Do not enter the pickle factory. Let's talk to Alice. Bandits try to hole up in the old abandoned pickle factory? Woof, that's them done for. What do you mean? This place is haunted to the gills. I heard about it while I was asking around about that necromancer. Doesn't seem to be related, but it is apparently very, very dangerous. Yikes. Abandoned pickle factory. This trash smells like cornichons. Half sour pickles? You don't even know what those are. It says factory activation level. Oh God. Warning. Puke shuns are to be operated by qualified personnel only. You approach the ghost. Gotta. Can't sleep until it's right. You all right there, partner? Can't sleep. Just clicks. Okay. Puke shunt. Salt. Abandoned pickle factory. You approach the ghost. Salt. Gotta salt. Gotta salt. You all right there, partner? Salt! She's okay. Salt. Calm down. Oh, we went to the old mission and we fought some skeletons. I've also started learning something called Nexmex. This book contains some basic rituals and incantations of Nexmex. Enough to get a single skeleton up and moving around at least. Gives you the brace skeleton bloody skill. This mid-tier Nexmex textbook teaches you how to replenish your blood supply by stealing blood from the living. Keeping enough blood inside you is important. Necromancers and civilians alike. Not right. It's not right. You all right there, partner? All wrong. The temperature is not right. It's all wrong. Not right at all. All right then to you. All wrong! Huh? Yeah, so this was 190. Ah. 190 is what I want at. 190. $976. And I think those are supposed to all be level. Pull it. You pull the lever and there is a deafening roar as the old machinery springs into life. After a while, a load of pickles is deposited into the receptacle to the left of the switch. 3 ghost pickles. Huh. All that work for 3 pickles? No wonder this place went out of business. The ghost from the cucumber room drifts to the door, gives you a grateful look, then clatters to the floor as it is replaced with a pile of bones. The ghost from the salt room drifts through the door, gives you a grateful look, then collapses into a pile of remains. The ghost from the vinegar room drifts through the door, gives you a grateful look, and vanishes in a puff of bones. Yep. Oh, cukes. Oh, that's what a cuke is. A cucumber. God damn it. Cuke shunt. God damn it. The shout, well, more of a loud hiss. The skeleton leaps at you from the underbrush. She's wearing a cavalry hat and has a cavalry saber, but she is then riding a cavalry horse, which I'm pretty sure is the main thing that differentiates cavalry from infantry. It's not the only thing. Like, Alice has a new skill, Bone Saw. You can instantly destroy a skeleton. Yeah, go Alice. Humming Cave. These rocks are weirdly organized. You might be able to push this over. Try it. Heave ho! That ought to keep that snake at bay. Wow, what is that thing? What in the world? This looks dangerous. The monolith is dark. Looks like there was a huge cave in it at some point. Weird device. Take it. Strange stone arrow. Triangular object made out of strange stone-like materials shot through channels with smooth, flat glass. Bizarre ruin. Confirmed scroll. It's time you started gathering clues about the whole perambulating dead situation that's going on around these parts. Grab a notebook and paperclip and scroll to the first page. Necromancer journal. I should check that out. Cryptic note about ley lines. You examine the weird note, but you can't make heads or tails of it. You stick it in your necromancer journal for now. More splattered scroll. Scrape the largest of the giblets off the scroll and read it. It says to take a pile of human ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person inside a red chalk ritual circle, sprinkle them with stardust, and place a mostly perfect, or better, glass sphere where the heart would be. Anyway, that's the gist of it. The actual text has a lot more these and thous and such as like that. Plus, there's a bunch of weird gibberish you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Okay. You open your necromancer journal and examine the information you've collected so far. You found that note about ley lines, but you don't really know what they are. You need to find somebody to help you. Somebody smart or somebody who knows a lot about magic. Found a cryptic note about hell cow energy. The necromancer's lair must be somewhere near a powerful source of it, but you don't know where such a source is. Rats. Looks like that's everything you've got so far. Alrighty. Huh. Oh, my tinnitus is acting up. Or tinnitus? I should have brought some ear protectors for the shotgun. You're talking about that quiet humming sound? I hear it too. Guess we both need our ears checked. I didn't bring an otoscope either. I think it's coming from this cave, actually. I'll hold on to that. I think we may find a use for it later. Rescue mission. Blossom Jane. There's a haphazard stack of pews in the corner. The pulpit has been pushed back against the wall. Gosh, a real-life nun. Yes, I'm Sister Tabitha. I'm Doc Earp. What's with the cots? Well, what with cow attacks and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than just a church. I also sell medical supplies if you'd like your healing to go. You need any errands run or anything? Funny you should ask. I've been experimenting with the healing properties of a purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out. Would you mind picking some for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. Oh sure, I think I know the place you mean. No problem, I'll be right back with it. See a sign labeled "This way to the Lazy Egg Dude Ranch." Maybe later, dude. This must be what the gnome was talking about. Find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read, property of Fort All Dead Library. Dig through the bag. The bag's full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You find one of specific interest to you, though. Advanced Beancraft, Volume 10. Chapter about cooking bean dishes. So small, they have to be served intravenously. There's a poem scribbled into the margins whose words keep shifting it. Uncanny presence, I'll do that. Read the poem and briefly lose consciousness. You come to, you look in the margins of the book and see that the poem has been replaced with a drawing of you. Horrified, you destroy the book. Just welcome back. Were you able to find the humming cave in the purple grass? Yep, here you go. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Blessings upon you. Broken leg pills. You're not sure which is stranger, that these work at all or that they only work on legs. Oh, that's great. The old millinery. Strange stone arrow you just found starts going crazy, beeping and booping, whirling around of its own accord. It practically drags you in the direction of a strange, decrepit-looking house. Check it out. The professor's house. The beeping machine leads you to a ramshackle house in the middle of the desert. Coffee cactus. The professor's house. This appears to be an extremely powerful magnifying mirror, basically an inside-out microscope. Check yourself. The microscopic mice that live in your eyelashes seem to be getting along just fine. The professor's toilet isn't in very good repair. Flush it. These books are so boring, it's a wonder the shelf isn't full of holes. Map annotated with circles and lines. These books are all about concepts too advanced for you to even recognize. The device doesn't seem to be operational, unless its function is to do nothing. This dresser contains 10 instances of the exact same shirt and 20 identical socks. What do you think of this guy, Doc? Beats me, we haven't even introduced ourselves yet. Excuse me, my name's Doc Earp. What? Oh, I didn't notice you come in. I'm not used to visitors, but folks generally call me the professor. Is there something I can do for you? Well, I found this bleeping gizmo when I sort of followed the bleeping, and it led me here. Well, I'll be. It certainly led you to the right place, young man. This is L Vibrato technology, and I happen to be as much an expert as anyone alive today. Hell, what now? El Vibrato. They were an ancient race that lived here long before humans. Well, they mostly lived underground, so they might still be living as far as I know. Never seen a peep of an actual person, though. Just the machines they left behind. Were they space aliens? Could be aliens, or genius prehumans, or an entirely different terrestrial evolutionary line. At this stage of investigation, it's impossible to say. Isn't it exciting? Here, let me have a closer look at your beeping gizmo. Bleeping gizmo. Give it a device. Aha, as I suspected, this is one of their transponders. It detects other El Vibrato technology and homes in, you see? That'll be why it led you here. I've got a thing I've been trying to repair. Tinkers around with the transponder for a bit and then plugs a strange stone marble into a socket on it. There you go, good as new. Just swipe up or down to turn it on or off. Swipe? Now, I gotta warn you. This device will lead you to abandoned El Vibrato technology, but it might also attract unwanted attention. From what? From the El Vibrato technology. You'll see what I mean. Just be careful. Okay. You know, now that I think about it, you've arrived at a perfect time. In order to get anywhere further with my research, I need more samples of El Vibrato tech. Searching for it eats up all the time I could be using to research it. Aha, I get you. Right, you're the adventuresome type, so bring me back whatever devices you find. If I can get them up and running, that'll benefit both of us. Alright, deal. Great. First priority will be to get my keystone fabricator running. They lock their doors and things with all these little stone alloy blocks, see? So if we can make our own, that'll open a lot of doors for us, literally and figuratively. Alright, what do we need? Components are rare, at least as far as priceless ancient technology goes. Bring me, about 5 handfuls of scrap. I should be able to salvage the last parts I need from that much. Roger that. wandering musician hands me the raccoon of friendship and murder. The professor says this device calls out the other L vibrato technology. Spooky action at a distance. You don't trust it. Oh yeah, Dog Nozzle, you'll like this. Oh, wrong thing. I was explaining some mind stuff to my pardner without knowing what it did. So I got Mind Splainer as a perk. You do think you know a lot about mining. Catch a whiff of something that makes your eyes water. You trace it to its source, a vividly colored red shape hanging from a scraggly little plant. This must be the southeast western murder pepper that fella with the jewel was looking for. Your finger and thumb immediately start throbbing as you pluck the pepper. You toss it into your rucksack before it can do any more damage. Sorry, wandering musician, I don't know what the raccoon of friendship and murder means. I haven't gotten it yet, or I'm not that far. Poor old Ellsbury, show him the helmet. His eyes light up. Well, one of them does. The other's kind of stuck in a perpetual squint. Does this belong to you? Takes the helmet from you. Takes him a moment to find his voice. It does. Long time ago. I don't suppose there was anything else where you found that? You mean this? Yeah, that's the stuff. Good? Could I? Yeah, here you go. Cracks the bottle open and drinks deeply. After a few moments, his demeanor changes entirely. He looks like a man 20 years younger. Would you like to hear a story? Yes. Ellsbury tells you a tale of a candlestick maker who rides a strange train to a long-forgotten metropolis inhabited by violent priests. Something about that story. You really lost yourself in it. Thank you, Ellsbury. He nods. If you ever want to express your gratitude in a more tangible way, you know the trick. He goes back to listening to the piano. Who was looking for the pepper? Oh, right, the chef. Did you find me a murder pepper? Yeah, here it is. Ah, big nice one. That'll last a while. Good going. Okay, so if you're looking for stuff to do, I need someone to go check my mail. I ordered a new saute knife, but I haven't gotten time to go fetch it myself. This is the key to my post office box. Saute knife? That doesn't make sense. Find P.O. Box 441, the one that belongs to the chef of the jewel. Open it. You open the box and a torrent of junk mail falls out to reveal a knife sitting loose in the box. Pick it up. Back to the chef. Oh yeah, I've also got a fake Pope hat on. I got it from a fake Pope. From Saint Pope. Have you got my knife? Yep, here you go. Excellent, this will work a lot better than that hammer I was using. Okay, I only need one more favor from you, but it's the most important. I used to have this recipe for a very secret jerk sauce, but my jerk friend, Dave J., stole it from me. Then he died and took the secret to his grave. Literally, I mean, he was buried with it. Want me to dig up his grave? He's dead. He won't mind. Well, okay. The Dave Yard. Oh, god damn it. Ghostly translucent bandit on a ghostly translucent horse rides up. Okay. Okay, Dave. I didn't even get it at first. God damn it. The Dave Yard. Dig up the grave and pry open the coffin. Instead of a corpse, it contains a garbage bag? Strange. Decide. Reach into the garbage bag and you are surprised to find that's full of pudding? No, it's not just pudding. It's pudding in motor oil. Who would do this? Keep digging. You finally manage to reach all the way to the bottom of the bag and retrieve a sodden lump from the bottom. You unglob the wad and dry it off, and wash your arm in a nearby ditch. Better be worth it. You got an item Dave's secret sauce recipe. Just combine these ingredients in a small pot, stir, and abracadabra. Rap-a-pa-pow. Got that recipe yet? The one my jerk friend Dave J took to his grave? Yeah, I got it. Hey, thanks a million, buddy. Now my slop will be world famous. Here, let me give you a little something for all your trouble. It fell in the slop, but it's still good. Sloppy chef's hat. All in a day's work. Sleep. Go to sleep. You dream that you're having lunch with Alice in a canoe. After that, strange music plays. You wake up ready to face a new day. Well, okay then. Wake up refreshed and restored, and hungry, and sober. Let's mosey. Day 2, the second day of the rest of your life. You call yourself a possum-loving, vulture-chasing jerk. You called yourself a chicken-hugging, blue-faced jerk. Can't use that item because your spleen is full. Level up your gumption to increase the size of your spleen. Ghost pickle. This guy looks like he's in a lot of pain. Check on him. You okay, buddy? Pretty sure my leg is broken, so no. What happened? Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. Guess I don't get enough vitamins or whatever? Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I'm going to need some medicine for this. Can you help me? Sure. Thank you. There's a mission up north. The nuns there run a little hospital and sell medical supplies. Can you get me some broken leg pills? Actually, I already have some. Whew. Thanks, I feel like a new man again. Or at least the same man with a new leg. That's good. Go drink some milk or something, okay? He waves and skips happily away. Oh, that was nice. Give her the pickle factory remains. What in the world? It's the Gherkin brothers, and please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's the reward. Huh. Looks like these things are still twitching. Better lock them up just to be safe. Drink the blood building tonic. Your veins swell up almost immediately. time was, these would have been Brad's. But nowadays, man does not live by Brad alone. God damn it. Yeah, I don't want my partner mad at me. The Lazy A Dude Ranch. There's a crate in the road, which is not a crate's natural habitat. Or lost crate, maybe you could help it. It's a haystack. Hey, a needle. Looks like somebody's been washing ferrets in this thing. Yuck. An old burn crate. Guess it came with the property. Kick it open. Stuff inside is unburnt. That's a pretty good crate. Lasso, lock, and a length of rope. Hey, like, howdy. I'm selling herbal remedies. Care to buy? What kind of herbal remedies? Kind that are gifted to us by Gaia without any interference by human hands. So, weeds. That's a derogatory term created by the man, but yeah, basically. Hey, groovy, thanks. Howdy. Hey, yeah, howdy, man. What happened? What's happening? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh, not much, man. We moved on to this little patch of land to grow crops. But then we decided it's more natural to just let Gaia grow whatever she wants, right? I bet that's a lot easier, too. Haha, right on, man. Neat. Where'd you get that hat? Oh, this? A friend of mine made it, man. I forget which one. What do you take for it? Well, I have been thinking of trying a new style, man. Maybe like one of those hats the army guys used to wear back in the day. Like, it's kind of an ironic statement, man. There's an old fort over yonder that-a-way. I'll swap you if you can find one of those, man. This one, you mean? Nice, man. Barter is like commerce, man. Except natural. Can you dig it? Yeah, groovy. Huge supply of unused fertilizer. Garden. Howdy, I'm Doc. I'm Louise. Louise Latham. Why the long face, Louise? Aw, geez. Basically because I'm stuck here farming with a couple of dummies who don't know how to farm a dang thing. So they just let the weeds grow and call it natural. I am so sick of eating dandelions I could scream. Why don't you leave? I haven't got any meat. Or any other prospects or anywhere to go. I mean, dandelions are terrible, but they're better than eating dirt. This is such a mess. How'd you get in this predicament? I headed west after graduating baking school and fell in with these two because they talked a big game about natural grains. Fool that I was. I didn't realize all they were really interested in was getting silly on loco weed, not doing any work. So you're looking for work? Gosh, yes, desperately. The only trade I know is baking, though. Do you know somewhere that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid would be better than this if it comes with room and board. I just want to get out of here. I don't, sorry. Shucks, well if you hear anything, please let me know. A big apple. Spy a burned out ranch house on the horizon and pull Graham up to it to investigate. There's nothing much of interest above ground, but you find a locked door leading down a presumably still intact root cellar. Check it. Once you're inside, you're not sure why they even bothered locking it. They're picked clean of everything but a tiny amount of food. And then an even tinier amount of medicine. Jelly desk cargo, cat's eye candy, surgical gin, blood building tonic, patient and medic. As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. Can't even imagine how this got here. Is it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Yeah, they should have. Oh, God! Doesn't smell any better up close. Clean it up. Make a little dent in it. Keep digging. Ah, God. Quite a bit smaller than it was before. It's almost gone now. Hooray! You know, I'm sure there are more fun ways to get a little exercise. Oh yeah, Fort All dead. It appears that Alice's idea worked. There's not a single skeleton left alive in the entire fort. I didn't know skeletons eat, and I didn't know that they crap, but I guess you learn something new every day. That's 2 things, so we're ahead of the game. Oh, this game is so good. Yeah, sling those beans. Oh, one of my favorite gags so far, the old mission. Pew! Pew pew! Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Oh, I love it. The old millinery. Your El Vibrato transponder thingy starts bleeping at you when you play hot and cold with it until you find a weird-looking crate hidden behind some rocks. You fumble around around the outside of the crate until you find the bit that makes the lid slide open when you push it. 3 El Vibrato scraps and an El Vibrato punch card. You walk into the millinery and find 5 bandits lounging around on big piles of half-made hats. It's the law! Skedaddle! The bandits scatter like cockroaches, each shutting themselves behind a different door. Guess you'll have to wrangle them individually. This patch of filthy floor wears a lot of hats. Net room number 1. So many brims, so little time. Say what you will about these guys, they were never brimless. Where are they hiding? J'accuse! Oh. Bandit unceremoniously dumps you outside and walks back in, making that dusting off their hands gesture like in a cartoon. Ah. J'accuse. Dense. You don't know much about hat making, but you know this doesn't make any sense. Crappy Sheppo, shoddy cats. I saw that one wiggling. These crates are full to the top with brims. This was apparently the demo model from a player piano showroom. It's only got 3 songs in it. They're all children's versions of traditional songs that are in the recently invented public domain. And they're all set up to play just the first few seconds on a loop. People who worked here must have hated it. What do you set the dial to? Public domain Joe. You change. Is that whistling you hear? Pick lock. The remaining banners will corner you now. Corner you if you go in there now. Better take care of them first. Yellow rose of public domain. My old public domain home. Squatchies. These are parts for some kind of weird hat you'd never wear. Liners. Given the quality of the one-liners around here, you don't need multiple. Anything? Turn it off. An old millinery. Maybe a haberdasher. Are you just making up long words? Hat shop. Oh, good place for a bandit hideout. Huh. Oh. The hat, it looks slightly different. Got a slightly different shape. I saw it move. All the stupid walks. It's several years worth of hat magazines. Hat Trend, Hat and Head, Hats Today, that sort of thing. The guy who sat here wore a lot of hats, but he made even more. It's a safe, slightly larger than a cowboy hat. Safe cracking. Deal with them. What do you want to do with these bandits? Turn them in. You march the Black Hat bandits back to Dirtwater on the end of a rope and lock them in the town jail. Where'd you find them? That old millinery? Yep. Of course, you know, bandits would be a lot harder to find if they didn't keep picking such thematic hideouts for some reason. Anyway, here's your reward. All in a day's work. Hope my wife hasn't left me again. Let's try wandering. At the side of the trail, you see a small hell cow. A hell calf, really. It snorts at a patch of brush, lighting it on fire and starts grazing. Lured into a trap. You quickly dig a small pit and cover it with a tumbleweed, which you light on fire. The hell calf canters over excitedly, whereupon you kick it into the hole and throw rocks at it until it's vanished from this plane. Yeah, the lazy dude ranch. You notice a campsite off in the distance that appears to have been very comprehensively trampled to ruin. Go there. This knapsack seems like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Most of the contents are trash from being stomped on you. You do find a dented can of potted meat, though. You also notice that the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side, but you don't see the knife anymore. This tent is a real mess. Looks like it was trampled by a whole herd of cows. There's something odd about it, though. The campfire has been thoroughly stomped on and kicked. Someone was real serious about fire safety. Yikes. You think maybe this used to be a person? Diagnosis stock. Cause of death, hit by a freight train. The only tracks is here cow tracks, though. Could have been cows, I suppose. There's a leg missing, though. Cows aren't meat eaters. Well, neither are trains. There are cow tracks leading away from the mangled corpse. Probably wouldn't be hard to follow them. Follow them. Follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest nearby. Well, darn. Gustavson Gulch. Here we come. To get the railroad going again, we need to get a year's worth of dynamite. A fancily dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a mayor. Welcome. Now going away, please. The goblin seems friendly but blocks your entry into the gulch. Talk to the goblin in goblin tongue. Can I not coming in? Sorry, only for goblins being very private. Outthink him. This is not very nice. Don't you want to fostering better of human-goblin relations? I could being new human ambassador, and you go to Human Town, being their goblin ambassador. Guessing that might be a good idea. Diplomatics, yes. Okay. Mayor shakes your hand and starts walking toward Dirtwater. Good. God damn it, that goblin dialogue. The sign says nothing interesting in goblin. The sign says library in goblin. Delicatessen in goblin. Storage in goblin. Sign says red herring storage in goblin. Mayor's house. Shack contains a bed and a desk. Investigate the desk. The desk is strewn with folders. You notice one that says important secrets on it. Read the important secrets. You learn a variety of secrets, though the only one that's actually pertinent to your circumstances is that there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105 in the storage hut. Nice. Sign says cafe, theater, guard barracks. The sign says treasure cave. This door to remaining locked at all times in goblin. Looks like the door's locked. Dang it. Press your ear to the door and hear somebody delivering what sounds like lines from Hamlet, except in goblin tongue. From this vantage point, you also notice a sign next to the door reading, Backstage entrance, here it being, with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. And backstage. Oh god. You sneak backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a goblin version of Hamlet, it's also been rewritten as a one-man show. To being or not to being? Oh, that is a question. Could it be better thinking to suffering crazy things and arrows, or fighting so many bad things for stopping them because fighting? To dying, to sleeping, hey! Dreaming, maybe. But, oh, problems. If dreaming crazy when living, what dreams having after dying? Wow. Pretty weird, probably. Watch for a while. The bits where the actor has to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. Give those fishmongering goblins what for? You look around the building, but it turns out to just be filled with rotting fish. There's no, check it out. Shack is filled with thousands of tiny tablets, each labeled with number in goblin. In drawer number 69105. Keep digging around. Look in a even randomer drawer. There's nothing in the drawer, but you find an old lollipop stuck to the bottom of the drawer above it. Look in a random drawer. Goblin sandwich. Goblin trousers. Okay. Delicatessen. Check out the inside. Looks like it's locked. The shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. 3 tiles catch your attention. So very complicated numbers. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it, and probably still wouldn't if it was written in English. Your brother would probably love it. How to bird noise. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to do an accurate great-crested grebe impression from a book. That's how detailed it is. Alice Going into a Seeing Glass. This popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it brillig being in toves of slithing, did in a wave gyring and also gimbaling. Nothing interesting. Hear a rustling sound as though a single goblin were rummaging through a crate filled with straw. Go in and beat the straw out of it. You made that trigger happy goblin trigger sad instead. You dig through the crates the goblin was rummaging through, but there's nothing interesting in any of them. Head inside. Gustav's Gulch Cavern. This goblin is paying more attention to their book, Goblet, than to you, but you're pretty sure you weren't gonna just be waltzing by. Spoil the ending. Hey, Goblet, good book. What thinking about how Goratio was only surviving one at the end? Everyone else dying, poisoning, sorting, pow, blam. Ah, no, wow, spoilers. The guard runs out of the cave with their hands over their ears. This goblin guard is whittling a little wooden bird call. They're not too busy to beat you up if you try to get past them. Try out your new bird call skills. Duck behind a stalagmite and do your great crested grebe impression. Oh, gasp, a great crested grebe. Wow! The guard pulls a pair of binoculars out of his uniform and runs out of the cave. Unlike the other 2 guards, this one is being very attentive and seems very suspicious of you. Also, unlike the other 2 guards, they have a name tag that says G and fight it. Won so much for those guards. Oh, it's a rare and valuable treasure chest cactus. This one looks heavy as well as pointy. Hey, wow, it contains an entire year's supply of dynamite. Nice. I've got 1 needle. Oh, whoa. You encounter a family of scared settlers trying to pack their wagon to head back east out of Dirtwater. They're having a hard time getting everything situated. Help them pack. Using your advanced spatial skills, you nestle everything into the wagon with space to spare. Now they won't have to leave their children behind. Dr. Speckleton's Pure Castile soap. Where this comes from, they call it soap. Fucking ghost cowboy hat. All right. Let's head to the railroad camp. A nearby cloud of dust turns out to be a bandit on a horse, riding hell for leather for unknown reasons. Well, I know them, but you don't. You pull your horse up alongside hers and match her speed. Hi, what's up? Where's the fire? Get bent and or lost. Warn her about riding too fast. You should be careful. There's a lot of geomyedy activity around here. Well, the rest of her sentence is cut off as her horse trips over a gopher hole and goes down in a snarl of flailing limbs and dust. You catch her meat pouch out of the air as miscellaneous loose possessions fly out of the tumbling cloud. Them's the brakes. Any luck finding a year's supply of dynamite? Passengers getting restless. Yep, here you go. Good, perfect. This will do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get the fellas to set up the charges, and I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers, and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually, one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks, and wires up a detonator. All right, let her rip. Wait, don't you have a longer detonator cable? Nope. Don't worry, he'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger, so I have time to get under the train. Great. Do it. The Bluey. The surveyors didn't say anything about a crazy rock monster. Quick, you're the protagonist. Do something about it. Holy heck is that thing? There's a very large and very angry looking guy standing here. Apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it's sleeping. How are we going to handle this? Magic it away! You still your breathing and squint until you can make out the rock monster's aura. As you expected, there is a web of cracks and faults in it, where the creature's energy was disrupted by the force of the dynamite. Point your finger at the weakest part of the damage, channel a little magic into it. The monster's aura shatters, and the rocks drop lifelessly to the ground, blow a little smoke from the tip of your finger. And put it back in its holster. You got a finger holster. All in a day's work. Well now, that is as fine a day's work as I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark our route on your map for you, in case our paths happen to cross again. You discover a new map location. Thanks. Can I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Ha, just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat on this train's sold out. Sorry, boss. Remains of your triumph over that crazy rock pile / guy. Yeah, this looks great. The animation. The shadows. Yeah, I know what you mean. Everything. It's very good. Nothing much to see here now. Looks like the train moved on west. I imagine we can do the same now too. Yup. Am I forgetting about anything? Alice says you told the professor you'd bring him 5 trunks of Alfredo scrap. Another suggestion? As you're riding along the dusty desert trail, you feel a change in the air. This area is thick with mystical bean energy. Orient your mind along the axis of the powerful magnetic bean field and follow it to a cave. A sign out front reads, "The Great Garbanzo's secret hideout. Fellow being wizards welcome." Continue on our way for now. Manifest Destiny Railroad Camp, Canyon Side. Howdy, Doc. There's another cemetery here near here we ought to check out. Pretty big one. Name of Reboot Hill. Okay, I'll add it to the itinerary. You discovered a new map location. Reboot Hill. You must have sleepwalked here. That guy stopped messing with his watch and started eating jelly beans? What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Nope. Please? No, get your own. Well, I never. This lady's still whistling to beat the band. It's one of those pay telescopes for tourists. This one was designed by a promising young artist named Edward Munch. Use it. You pay your meat and look through the telescope at the big canyon. Sure is big. It'll take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. Yep. Howdy, boss. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Yep. Got ourselves one hell of a canyon to get across. No materials for bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine town up north called Redwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Smee marks the location of the Redwood camp on your map. Of course, anything you can find to build a bridge out of is fine by me. That seems like the simplest option. See what I can do. And that's where I'm gonna end it for the night. I am at just past 2 hours. So yeah, that's where I'm ending it. Next week we'll explore this new territory we've got here, the Great Garbanzo's hideout. Ooh, desolate lonesome coast. Not yet though. Reboot Hill, Redwood. We got a whole new area to explore, so I'm excited for that. Anyway, I know I said I was going to be taking tomorrow night off, but it turned out that was a lie on my part. So I will be back tomorrow night with more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Gonna try and rescue Pyra. And then I'll be back on Thursday with Hollow Knight, and then probably back sometime this weekend with more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, anyway, that is it. I'll be back again. Be back tomorrow night with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I'll be back with more West of Loathing next Monday. So, everyone have a good night, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Bye-bye.